Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I will be doing my first what if mini of what if Gohan unlocked Beast in the Tournament of Power. Now if you don't know what a what if mini is, it is basically a what if that will only take one part, so this is a pretty short scenario. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you have other what if ideas for me, or just normal what if ideas. Anyway, let's begin this story. This story begins in the Tournament of Power, mostly everything going the same. The changes begins is when Goku forms a spirit bomb to defeat the strongest mortal in the multiverse, Jiren. He launches the spirit bomb at him, and at first it seems that it worked, but he then soon realizes that Jiren is easily able to push the spirit bomb back at him. Goku powers up as much as he can to push the spirit bomb back at him, but Jiren just releases more of his power. But Jiren went a bit too overboard of releasing too much power, and when the spirit bomb exploded, Goku was hit by it, and in this scenario, he was killed by the spirit bomb's explosion. Now, if you think Jiren is going to get disqualified, well, you're wrong, because the Grand Priest himself said even though due to Jiren's actions Goku died, it was Goku's own attack that killed him, so Jiren receives no penalties. Jiren stands there, looking at the crater where the spirit bomb exploded, blue particles falling from the sky, feeling a bit sad. He was a great warrior, and he really didn't want to actually kill him. It seems like he went a bit too overboard by releasing too much of his power. The whole arena stays silent for a couple of minutes, processing the death of Goku, and especially the entire Universe 7, but it mostly affects Gohan, who is in shock. He can't believe it. His dad is dead. He lost his father a second time. But that's not it. Not only his dad died, but that he died again. There's no way to bring him back. And what did he do? He just stand back and watch as he died. He should have helped him when he had the chance. Why did he do nothing? This is exactly what happened with Cell. He just stood there. He was always too weak. Gohan's sadness turns to rage as his power explodes as he shouts. Jiren looks behind him as a geyser of energy coming out of nowhere. The entire null realm begins shaking as he can sense an incredibly powerful presence in that geyser of energy. And when that geyser disappears, he's ready to face the warrior. Suddenly, he feels a gust of wind, and when he looks back, he sees someone behind him. This guy, his energy, his clothes are similar to that Son Goku, but this one is in a form he has not seen before. He has long white hair and his eyes are bloodshot red from intense rage. As Gohan punches Jiren right in the gut and completely caught off guard, he is blown back, almost falling out of the ring, but he was able to catch himself. Jiren looks again and sees the warrior more clearly. He is wearing Goku's gi, and from what he can see from his face, he's definitely related with that Saiyan. Jiren asks the warrior's name, and Gohan replies that his name is Son Gohan, the son of the man he murdered. It is not fair that he was not disqualified, and he's going to pay for that. Gohan rushes at Jiren, and the two titans clash. So, in terms of power scaling, we don't really know where to put Beast Gohan here. Hey guys, future me here. So I've done a little bit more research than my original recording, and Toriyama stated that Gohan is the strongest thing out of anything he has ever done. Which is a bit confusing. Is he talking about the anime continuity, about Master Ultra Instinct, or is he also talking about the manga that has recently introduced True Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego? We can't really tell, but it's easy to put him above Master Ultra Instinct level and a debatable True Ultra Instinct level. But for now, let's stick with the latter and say that he's stronger than Master Ultra Instinct. Well, back to the story. The two titans continue clashing, with their punches shaking the null realm itself. Jiren begins powering up more and more, and to even out with Gohan. But Gohan was always still above him, and he's eventually pushed into his full power. Some of the Pride Troopers go to help Jiren, but the rest of Universe 7 intervenes, stopping them from intervening. But even when Jiren powers up to his maximum, he's not able to even out with Gohan. He punches Gohan right in the face, but the punch didn't even faze him. Gohan smirks, asking is that really all he's got? For someone getting the title of the strongest mortal, his attacks are pretty pathetic. Jiren gets pissed. He backs away and fires a blast, but Gohan easily slaps it away. Gohan decides to stop playing around and finish this off.
Guess it's my turn.
He charges a Kamehameha and fires it straight at Jiren, who tries fighting back with his Omega Blaster, but it has no effect, as Gohan's blast easily overpowers it and Jiren flies out of the ring. Now the rest of the tournament is a breeze. Toppo, Kefla, Anilaza can try all they want, but they are no match for Gohan's new transformation. The beast that awoke has managed to defeat the entire multiverse. And now the Universe 7 is declared the winners, and with Gohan being the MVP, getting the most of the eliminations and also being the team captain. And he's given the wish for the Super Dragon Balls. Gohan thinks about his wish. Maybe he should revive his father, but he can always be revived by the normal Namekian Dragon Balls. Using a wish on a single person, even if it is dad on this Super Dragon, it thinks a bit too unworthy. But then he remembers that fighter from Universe 9. Him and the others did not deserve to die, so he wishes for all the universes to be revived. His dad will probably do the same. The Grand Priest and Zeno are pleased, and as a thank you gift, and Zeno being a little bit upset, the Grand Priest revives Goku, and Goku is proud of his son. He would have done the same wish, but he is more curious and surprised about Gohan's new transformation, being able to be Jiren with basically no effort. He wonders if he can unlock something similar too. So onward to the Broly movie. Well, at first it would go the same. Well, Frieza might not get revived since he did not help at the Tournament of Power nowhere near as in canon, but let's just say he was revived. So the Broly movie would happen and would probably at first go the same as Chila and Lemmo fighting Broly, they're going to Earth, Broly fighting Goku and Vegeta, Frieza killing Paragus and making Broly go Super Saiyan, and he begins being Goku and Vegeta. They leave Broly to Frieza and retreat for now, and Piccolo, seeing the situation is getting bad, he contacts Gohan, who was just at home. He did sense Frieza's power with someone else, but he thought Goku and Vegeta can handle it. Piccolo explains the situation, telling Gohan since he's the strongest fighter, he's the only one to keep up with Broly. Back at Frieza, he was quickly pushed to his golden form and begins to fight back, but Broly's power keeps increasing as he's knocked to the curve. But another punch is coming. Someone with purple gi kicks Broly away, and Frieza sees Gohan. Frieza thanks Gohan and offers a truce to fight Broly together, but Gohan scoffs. He did not save Frieza, he just wanted to catch Broly off guard. After him, he's necked. He's going in alone. Frieza sweats a bit, knowing the power of this boy, but he accepts, hoping that maybe Broly and Gohan can kill each other. Gohan, who can tell Broly is a powerful opponent, decides not to hold back and transforms into his beast form that he has managed to gain access to after the tournament, and begins to beat down Broly. But not too hard, because he can tell that Broly is not actually a bad guy. He's just lost his own rage. He knows that feeling, exploding in power but losing part of yourself. He tries talking to Broly, but the rampaging Saiyan seems he can't even hear him as his power continues to increase. His hair turns green and his power explodes, turning into his full power Super Saiyan form. But Gohan still has the edge. He continued reasoning with Broly, telling him to control his power. He understands his rage and that he needs to control it or he's gonna hurt other people. It took him a long time, but he begins to realize Broly's attacks are getting slower, having less power into it. And he can swear he sees his pupils at one point, until Broly returns back to base, exhausted. Gohan is happy that everything turned out fine, but then someone instant transmissions to them. It was Goku, no, Vegeta, no, it was both of them. Gohan realizes that they used the fusion dance, and Gogeta is a bit bummed out that the fight is over after he came. Then suddenly, the sky turns dark as they can see Shenron appear. Frieza is livid, and he is ready to kill Chila and Lemmo for their betrayal, but Gogeta teleports in front of Frieza and kicks Frieza away. Quickly, Gohan tells Shenron that they don't need any wishes, and Shenron is a bit annoyed that he was summoned for no reason as he disappears, and the Dragon Ball scattering. Frieza is mad and he lost his wish. Fine, he does not need any pesky monkeys, he'll kill the Saiyan race today. But sadly for him, he can't even lay a finger on Gogeta, even in his base form. And both Goku and the Vegeta side are fed up with Frieza. Beerus revived him, and what did he do? Try to destroy Earth again. It is time to end Frieza's tyranny for good, as Gogeta powers up to Super Saiyan, firing a Stardust Breaker at Frieza, which completely disintegrates the Emperor. Jilai and Lemo are still on guard with these Saiyans, but Broly tells them that they are fine. Well, that one with the purple gi did try to help him. They give them the benefit of the doubt and decide to trust him. Gogeta says to Gohan that there is still time until the fusion runs out. So does he care for a little sparring match? Gohan agrees, as the two power up to their maximum and clash. Gogeta has the upper hand, but Gohan is not too far behind. It's really surprising for the fusion. Even when fused, Gohan can sorta keep up. It just proves how Saiyan hybrids are just amazing. But after an amazing Kamehameha beam struggle, Gogeta suddenly defuses, and never finding out who won. Now next is the Moro arc, with what happened on Namek going the same. The changes begin is when the Pasta gang arrive at Earth. Piccolo deals with them easily, but then Senate 3 and his gang shows up, and they begin to fight. And Piccolo is a bit excited because he can finally show off his new power to a powerful opponent as he powers up, his skin becoming more yellow as he powers up to his new ultimate form. After seeing the power that Gohan displayed and not being able to do anything in the Broly movie, he decides to step it up and went to ask Dende if he can unlock his potential, like Guru did to Gohan. Of course he couldn't, but he was able to update the Dragon Ball, so Shinnok unlocked his potential and said he had a little extra for him, but he hasn't found out what that was about. But this new ultimate form is still amazing, and with this power, he pushes 7-3 to his limits. Even when 7-3 grabs his neck, he isn't able to copy the transformation, so he's on the losing side, and as a last resort, he uses his Moro powers a bit earlier. But when he utilizes them, he begins effortlessly beat Piccolo, and 7-3 is ready to finish him off, but then he hears Moro, who tells them to let him live. If they let that Namekian train and become stronger, he could be an amazing energy source for him. He can also hear that those two Saiyans that he fought from Namek will come here eventually, so he's even more excited. And Jaco also was able to buy more time, so 7-3 and his gang leave. Piccolo goes to train with Gohan and Broly, who are caught up with the news, and the three train for a couple of months. Broly is able to get a better control over his power, and is able to transform to his wrathful form without losing control. But when the 2 months pass, Moro crew arrives at Earth, and again, everything realigns with canon of everyone splitting up to deal with the threat. The changes occur when Sakobo begins to fight everyone. Gohan transforms into his B form and easily disposes the brute. Moro is surprised with the power of Gohan. There is no way a mortal should be this strong, but this is a great opportunity. He'll make an excellent snack. Gohan tells the androids he'll handle this. Even though the android's energy can be absorbed, they will not be able to handle Moro. He is the strongest fighter on Earth, so he probably has the best chance against Moro. And he and Piccolo managed to come up with a strategy of how to counter Moro's magic. Gohan rushes in at Moro, and when Moro tries to lock on to Gohan and to use his magic, Gohan moves at top speed, manages to get behind him and kick Moro to the ground. Moro needs to lock on to him to steal his energy, so if he's way too fast for him to lock on, his main ability is useless. Gohan begins to implement this strategy, and he's able to overpower Moro because his speed is way too fast. And this is similar to how Goku fought Moro in his Ultra Instinct Omen state. Moro is amazed by this mortal speed and strength, and he's actually getting overwhelmed. He always tries to steal his energy, but he's just way too fast. He can't lock on to him, and he begins losing ground. And unlike Goku, Gohan is always at 100%. So he's barely losing any stamina, unlike Goku who had barely any control over his Ultra Instinct state. So Moro can't exploit this. He tries to use his other forms of magic, but Gohan is just way too strong and breaks through anything easily. He tries to use his raw strength, powers up to his fullest, but Gohan still surpasses him. He's just bewildered. This is impossible. This kid Is he really human? There's no way a human could be this strong. He decides to use his trump card and goes to h7-3, but Gohan stops him and kicks him to the curb. Gohan understands that Moro is a monster. He killed countless planets with no remorse. There's no second chances for him, so he decides to finish him off using a technique he has been practicing in secret. He uses a special beam cannon which pierces right through Moro, killing the Planet Eater for good. And the rest of the Z Fighters help the Galactic Patrol arrest the other prisoners. Goku eventually arrives, ready to fight, but he finds out that Gohan already handled it, and is a bit bummed out because he was ready to show off his new Ultra Instinct state that Mirrors taught him. Vegeta is still training on Yarjai. He senses that Moro has been defeated, but he still decides to master Spirit Vision, and when he does that, he returns back to Earth as well. So now the Granola arc can't really happen since 7-3 has been sent back to prison, and I don't think there's a way for Granola to get him out. And Frieza is already dead, so Black Frieza will never happen. Superhero does still happen, but due to Gohan and Piccolo getting their new forms early, they're able to beat the Gammas easier, and Piccolo was finally able to unlock his orange form, realizing what Shenron really meant with that extra. And when Cell Max comes, he is not an issue. Piccolo keeps Cell Max steady as Gohan finishes the brute with a special beam cannon. This means that Gamma 2 never needs to sacrifice himself, and he survives. The Earth is at peace. Goku and Vegeta continue their training on Beerus' planet, not trying to surpass Frieza Black, but surpassing Gohan's power and hoping one day when they will achieve their full potential in their godly transformations, they'll be able to rival or surpass Gohan Beast. But that will finish off this story of what if Gohan unlocked Beast in the Tournament of Power. I hope you guys enjoyed my first What If Mini. If you guys have any more What If or What If Mini suggestions for me, write it down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and like this video to let me know to see that you would like to see more content like this. And I'll see you guys in my next video.